Welcome to the Bible Quiz and Trivia channel. Today, we're exploring the awe-inspiring miracles of Jesus with 30 questions that will test just how much you know about these profound events. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video to support our content. After the quiz, share your score in the comments. We'd love seeing how well you do. Are you ready? Let's get started. Question 1. In which book of the Bible does Jesus turn water into wine at the wedding in Cana? A. Matthew. B. Mark. C. Luke. D. John. Answer: D. John. Jesus performed his first recorded miracle at a wedding in Cana, where he turned water into wine. This event is detailed in John 2-111, showcasing Jesus' divine authority early in his ministry. Question 2. How many fish and loaves did Jesus use to feed the 5,000? A. 5 loaves and 2 fish. B. 7 loaves and 3 fish. C. 4 loaves and 5 fish. D. 6 loaves and 4 fish. Answer: A. 5 loaves and 2 fish. Jesus fed 5,000 men with 5 loaves and 2 fish. This miracle, which is one of the few recorded in all 4 Gospels, highlights his compassion and divine provision. Matthew 14:13-21. Question 3. What type of tree did Jesus curse, causing it to wither? A. Olive. B. Fig. C. Palm. D. Cedar. Answer: B. Fig. Jesus cursed a fig tree because it was not bearing fruit, and it withered quickly. This act, recorded in Matthew 21:18-22, serves as a metaphor for spiritual fruitfulness and judgment. Question 4. Who did Jesus raise from the dead in the town of Bethany? A. Lazarus. B. Jairus' daughter. C. The widow's son. D. Eutychus. Answer: A. Lazarus. In the town of Bethany, Jesus famously raised Lazarus from the dead after he had been in the tomb for 4 days, demonstrating his power over life and death. John 11:144. Question 5. What miracle did Jesus perform at the pool of Bethesda? A. Healed a man blind from birth. B. Healed a man who had been paralyzed for 38 years. C. Cleansed a leper. D. Restored a withered hand. Answer: B. Healed a man who had been paralyzed for 38 years. At the pool of Bethesda, Jesus healed a man who had been paralyzed for 38 years, as described in John 5:19. This miracle underscores Jesus' mercy and challenges prevailing societal norms regarding the Sabbath. Question 6. What was the physical ailment of the woman who touched Jesus' garment and was healed? A. Blindness. B. Deafness. C. Bleeding. D. Leprosy. Answer: C. Bleeding. The woman who touched Jesus' garment had been suffering from a condition of bleeding for 12 years and was healed instantly. This story is found in Mark 5:25-34 and highlights faith's power. Question 7. During what type of natural event did Jesus walk on water? A. A calm, clear night. B. A windy night. C. During a thunderstorm. D. During an earthquake. Answer: B. A windy night. Jesus walked on water during a windy night, approaching his disciples who were in a boat on the Sea of Galilee. This miraculous event is documented in Matthew 14:22-33, emphasizing Jesus' divine nature and his disciples' growing faith. Question 8. What was the name of the servant healed by Jesus at the request of a centurion, without Jesus visiting the servant? A. Justus. B. Malchus. C. Simon. D. The servant's name is not mentioned. Answer D. The servant's name is not mentioned. In the healing of the centurion's servant, the Bible does not provide the name of the servant. Found in Matthew 8 to 5:13, this miracle illustrates the power of Jesus' word and the centurion's great faith. Question 9. How many lepers did Jesus cleanse at one time? A. 10, B. 12, C. 5, D. 8. Answer A. 10. Jesus cleansed 10 lepers simultaneously, a story found in Luke 17:11-19. This event not only showcases his compassion, but also the importance of gratitude, as only one leper returned to thank him. Question 10. What was the first miracle Jesus performed in the Gospel of Mark? A. Calming a storm. B. Healing a man with an unclean spirit. C. Turning water into wine. D. Feeding the 4,000. Answer B. Healing a man with an unclean spirit. The first miracle performed by Jesus in the Gospel of Mark was the exorcism of a man with an unclean spirit in Capernaum's synagogue, illustrating his authority over evil. Mark 1:23-28. Question 11. Who did Jesus heal by saying, Ephphatha, which means be opened? A. A man who was deaf and mute. B. A woman who was blind. C. A child with a fever. D. A man who was paralyzed. Answer A. A man who was deaf and mute. In a touching encounter, Jesus healed a man who was deaf and mute by saying Ephphatha, which means be opened. This event, detailed in Mark 7:31-37, underscores the personal and compassionate approach Jesus took in his healings. Question 12. To whom did Jesus restore a severed ear with a touch? A. Malchus. B. Judas. C. Peter. D. John. Answer A. Malchus. During his arrest, Jesus miraculously restored the severed ear of Malchus, a servant of the high priest, after Peter had cut it off. This healing, mentioned in Luke 22:50-51, highlights Jesus' commitment to peace and mercy, even during conflict. Question 13. What did Jesus cause to happen to a fig tree as a sign of faith? A. It blossomed instantly. B. It bore fruit immediately. C. It withered away. D. It grew to twice its size. Answer C. It withered away. Jesus caused a fig tree to wither away as a demonstration of faith and a symbolic act about the spiritual barrenness of Israel. This event is narrated in Mark 11:12-14 and 20-25, serving as a lesson on the power of faith and prayer. Question 14. In which gospel does Jesus heal a man with a withered hand on the Sabbath? A. Matthew. B. Mark. C. Luke. D. John. Answer B. Mark. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus heals a man with a withered hand on the Sabbath, found in Mark 3-16. This healing challenges the Pharisees' interpretations of the law and emphasizes the importance of doing good and saving lives over strict Sabbath observance. Question 15. Which miracle involves Jesus healing a man born blind by creating mud with spit and dirt? A. The healing at Bethsaida. B. The healing of Bartimaeus. C. The healing of a man in Jerusalem. D. The healing on the road to Jericho. Answer C. The healing of a man in Jerusalem. Jesus healed a man born blind by making mud with his saliva and applying it to the man's eyes, then telling him to wash in the pool of Siloam. This miracle, detailed in John 9-17, illustrates Jesus' creative power and opens a discourse on spiritual blindness and sight. Question 16. How did Jesus heal the servant of a high priest during his arrest? A. By a prayer. B. By touching his wound. C. By a command. D. By asking his disciples to help. Answer B. By touching his wound. During his arrest, Jesus healed the servant of the high priest by touching his ear after Peter had cut it off. This compassionate act is described in Luke 22:51, where Jesus not only prevented further violence, but also miraculously restored the servant's ear, demonstrating his mercy even in a moment of betrayal. Question 17. What miracle did Jesus perform that involved Peter, a fishing net, and an unexpected catch? A. Healing of Peter's mother-in-law. B. Walking on water. C. The miraculous catch of fish. D. Calming the storm. Answer C. The miraculous catch of fish. Jesus performed the miracle of the miraculous catch of fish, where he instructed Peter to cast his nets into the deep water. Despite having caught nothing all night, upon following Jesus' instructions, they caught a massive number of fish. This event, detailed in Luke 5-4-6, signifies Jesus' power over nature and is called to Peter to become a fisher of men. Question 18. Where did Jesus heal a man possessed by legion, a group of demons? A. In Jerusalem. B. Near the Sea of Galilee. C. In the region of the Gerasenes. D. In Bethany. Answer C. In the region of the Gerasenes. Jesus healed a man possessed by a group of demons called legion in the region of the Gerasenes, as recorded in Mark 5-113. This powerful exorcism showcased Jesus' authority over the supernatural, resulting in the dramatic expulsion of demons into a herd of pigs. Question 19. Which miracle by Jesus is recorded in all four Gospels? A. Turning water into wine. B. Feeding the 5,000. C. Healing the blind man. D. Walking on water. Answer B. Feeding the 5,000. The feeding of the 5,000 is the only miracle of Jesus that is recorded in all four Gospels: Matthew 14, Mark 6, Luke 9, and John 6. This widespread inclusion underscores its significance as a testament to Jesus' compassion and divine provision. Question 20. How many baskets were left over after Jesus fed the 4,000? A. 7 baskets. B. 12 baskets. C. 5 baskets. D. 10 baskets. Answer A. 7 baskets. After Jesus fed the 4,000, there were 7 baskets of leftovers collected, as noted in Matthew 15:37. This miracle not only highlights Jesus' ability to provide abundantly, but also symbolizes the gathering of the Gentiles into the kingdom of God. Question 21. Who was the government official whose son Jesus healed from a distance? A. A Roman centurion. B. A Jewish priest. C. A royal official. D. A scribe. Answer C. A royal official. Jesus healed a royal official's son from a distance in John 4:46-53. This miracle demonstrated Jesus' power to heal without physical presence, emphasizing his divine authority and the power of faith. Question 22. What was unusual about the way Jesus healed the deaf and mute man in the Decapolis? A. He healed him in private. B. He used mud and saliva. C. He spoke loudly. D. He did nothing visibly. Answer B. He used mud and saliva. In Mark 7:33-35, Jesus healed a deaf and mute man in the Decapolis using an unusual method. He put his fingers into the man's ears, then after spitting, touched the man's tongue. This personal and tactile approach emphasizes the direct and compassionate nature of Jesus' healing methods. Question 23. In which body of water did Jesus perform most of his recorded miracles? A. The Jordan River. B. The Dead Sea. C. The Mediterranean Sea. D. The Sea of Galilee. Answer D. The Sea of Galilee. Most of Jesus' recorded miracles, including walking on water and calming the storm, took place on or near the Sea of Galilee. This region was central to Jesus' ministry, and the sea itself was a frequent backdrop for his teachings and miracles. Question 24. Which paralytic's friends lowered him through a roof for Jesus to heal? A. The paralytic at Bethesda. B. The paralytic in Capernaum. C. The paralytic in Jerusalem. D. The paralytic in Nazareth. Answer B. The paralytic in Capernaum. In Mark 2:112, friends of a paralytic man lowered him through the roof of the house where Jesus was teaching so he could be healed. This act of faith and the subsequent healing underscored the themes of community, perseverance, and divine authority in forgiveness and healing. Question 25. What did Jesus do to heal the blind man at Bethsaida? A. He simply touched his eyes. B. He used spit and mud. C. He commanded him to wash in a pool. D. He prayed aloud. Answer B. He used spit and mud. In Mark 8:23-25, Jesus healed a blind man at Bethsaida by using spit and mud, applying the mixture to the man's eyes, and then having him wash it off, after which his sight was restored. This method highlights the creative and tactile aspect of Jesus' miracles. Question 26. Which miracle of Jesus involved a coin found in a fish's mouth? A. Paying the temple tax. B. Feeding the 5,000. C. The miraculous catch of fish. D. Calming the storm. Answer A. Paying the temple tax. In Matthew 17:24-27, Jesus instructed Peter to catch a fish in whose mouth he would find a coin to pay the temple tax for both of them. This miracle illustrates Jesus' provision in unexpected ways and his respect for existing religious laws. Question 27. How long had the woman been suffering from bleeding before she was healed by touching Jesus' cloak? A. 12 years. B. 5 years. C. 20 years. D. 18 years. Answer A. 12 years. The woman who had been suffering from bleeding for 12 years was healed instantly when she touched Jesus' cloak, as detailed in Mark 5:25-34. Her healing is a powerful testament to the virtue of perseverance and the efficacy of faith. Question 28. What was the reaction of Jairus when he was told his daughter had died before Jesus raised her? A. He was angry. B. He was resigned. C. He was distraught. D. He continued to believe Jesus could help. Answer D. He continued to believe Jesus could help. Despite receiving the devastating news of his daughter's death, Jairus continued to trust in Jesus' ability to help her. Jesus' response, "Do not be afraid, just believe," and his subsequent raising of the girl from death, Mark 5:35-43, emphasize faith in the face of despair. Question 29. In which gospel does Jesus calm a storm, showcasing his power over nature? A. Matthew. B. Mark. C. Luke. D. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. The miracle of Jesus calming the storm is recorded in Matthew 8:23-27, Mark 4:35-41, and Luke 8:22-25. This event illustrates his mastery over the natural world and provides a profound lesson on faith under fear. Question 30. How did Jesus heal the 10 lepers, and what did he tell them to do after healing them? A. He touched them, told them to wash in the Jordan. B. He spoke a word, told them to show themselves to the priest. C. He gave them a potion, told them to pray. D. He prayed, told them to thank God. Answer B. He spoke a word, told them to show themselves to the priest. Jesus healed 10 lepers by simply commanding them to go show themselves to the priests, a sign of their cleansing as they went, recorded in Luke 17:11-19. This miracle not only underscores the power of Jesus' word, but also the importance of gratitude, as highlighted by the one leper who returned to thank him.